good morning to you. It's the 10th of August 2021. It is a Tuesday and I am grateful to be here. What are you grateful for this morning? Is it family, friends, the opportunities, the favor, the grace, the gifts that God has bestowed upon you? What is it? Please share with us what it is that you're grateful for this morning. And you can share that on our social media handle, Switch TV KE on Instagram, Switch TV Kenya on Facebook. Better yet, find us on our SMS line 111 and it's just gonna cost you a shilling for you to just send in that text. Be part of the conversation. Let us know where you're watching us from. We have a power show lined up for you. We're going to be talking about self-discipline and how important that is for us to achieve our goals. We'll continue a story that we started a couple of weeks ago. The Mackenzies, yes, they were here. They shared their story, their love story, but it got to just a point where the engagement is happening and our time was up. So today we pick up from there and continue the story. We'll do a little recap for you so don't feel that like you're left out. We'll also look at reproductive health, the myths around that, and some of the words that we need to understand when they are said when it comes to reproductive health. And today being a Tuesday, of course, Her Royals Coffiness and Andy will be here with us. But first, let's take a look at the quote of the day. So today's quote is from Paulo Coelho, and it says, "There's only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure." There's only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve, and that is the fear of failure. What you need to understand is that in the failure is where we pick up the lesson. So do not be scared to fail, because that's where you learn what to do better next time, what not to do next time. So instead of looking at it as a setback, pick it up as a lesson. Pick it up as something that will help you move forward towards your goal. And that leads us to the very first conversation of the day. It's time for Advice Circle. About the power of self-discipline. And of course, Jeff is here with us. Jeff Israel, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you today?
I am fantastic. Yourself?
Awesome. Awesome. I'm grateful. I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. Discipline came up yesterday when we were talking about, how to finish and finish strong. And it's important to, the in-betweens of all of this is discipline, and self-discipline is key. Maybe we could
Yes.
start with the definition of what self-discipline is.
Yes, that's a good place to start. So, self-discipline is a principle of taking consistent and never-ending, practice or action, regardless of what you face. So it's being able to go all the way to the end, regardless of what you face. Having that consistent and never-ending, improvement or action. That is discipline. You being able to go, and it's a muscle, by the way. Discipline is a muscle you exercise, and if you don't use it, you're going to lose it.
Okay, okay. So how do you use it?
So the first thing is understand your mindset and take control of your mind, because this is a mindset thing. You not being able to consistently pursue something that you said you will pursue, it's a mindset. It goes back to your mindset. How strong are you, in terms of your mindset? So perhaps I can give you a few tips here and there that you can use for you to exercise discipline and to crush your dreams, to be able to go for what you said you're going, to go for. And the very first thing is focus on your self-identity. Focus on yourself, not the goal. Because when you focus on the goal, most people, that's where we actually lose the momentum. Because the goal may not be motivating. Going for the goal may mean pain. But when you focus on your self-identity, the person you're becoming as a result of achieving this goal, you'll push forward. And so that's the first thing. Where is your focus? that gives you a sort of juice, or the fuel to keep going on, is that this thing transforms me. It makes me a better person.
Jeff?
So
Okay, you're back.
yes,
Great. Okay, okay. Continue.
yeah. So we say focus on your self identity.
Yes.
Just in case you missed that, keep your focus on yourself and the person you're becoming, and stay focused on that. And then we talked about yesterday accountability. Share with other people who you're becoming, not just what you are achieving.
Okay.
Okay, share with other people, and then understand your triggers. What is it that takes you away from the path? What are your temptations? Okay,
Yes.
because all of us have got different temptations on our path of discipline, and different people want or need to be disciplined in different areas. So you want to remove the temptations and make it inconvenient for you to be tempted. The challenge here, what people do is we make it convenient for us to fall into temptation. And that's how most of us cannot be disciplined. And so if you're tempted, to drink something that is taking your health away, remove yourself from that temptation. Go and, remove it from you, or remove yourself, from that temptation. If you're the kind of person, when you see a certain drink, your body just melts, or a certain kind of food, you just feel like, the food is calling you by 3 names. I want to tell you, you can love yourself enough to remove yourself from that temptation. Don't walk through that butchery. Don't walk through that bar. Don't walk that path. Take another route. This is called self-love. This is self-love and self-management. And we do it because you love yourself and you're focusing on yourself, okay? So you focus on yourself, remove the temptation. Don't say they will go. Don't say, if God will remove it if he wants. No, you have a choice. Remove it from your path. And you begin to believe in yourself. If you can do it, you can do it for self-love. You begin to, believe in yourself. And then another thing is to really embrace resistance. Don't see resistance as an opposition, as something that is not supposed to be there. The mindset of a warrior, we talked about that yesterday, is a mindset of allowing resistance in your life. Why? Resistance, when you push something, that's what brings about the muscle. That's what grows you. That's what grows your discipline. If you're able to resist something. And so you are walking away from the temptation, but also you're resisting. You're allowing resistance to be there, the challenge to be there. Because if you tell yourself the challenges will not be there, you're lying to yourself. And then again, when it comes to discipline, you want to bring the key things in your life first. There's what we call the law of first things. There are people who are disciplined, but their discipline goes to the wrong things, okay? There are people who are so disciplined in watching TV, disciplined in gossiping, disciplined. That is their daily bread. But I want you to make the key things first and put the first things first, like rest, your health, your mindset, your personal development. Put the first things first, so that if you're making a choice, there are key things that even if I've not done everything, I want to do 1, 2, 3. So you can have 3 key things, like, it could be exercise is key for you. It could be spirituality. There are key areas of life. We call them the core areas of life. And that includes your spirituality, your health and energy, your personal development, your money, your relationships. These are key. But also you want to narrow down from the key areas of life and choose your 2 or 3 areas that even if I'm flat down, I know this is my source of energy and I must do this no matter what I'm feeling. and go past the emotions and make it a must for those things to happen. So that when you find yourself, defeated down there, because sometimes you find yourself as though things have happened to you. There are those core things that you can do, connect with yourself. For me, my core is my spirituality. If I missed everything, I want to connect with God and myself. I want to connect with those two guys, God and myself. Because when I connect from that place, other things can fall into place. I can come from a place of power. And another thing is exercise, priming myself. And you want to make that decision. What are your core? And then make them a must. Another thing is rest. I want to always make sure. Some of us, they say, I'm not disciplined, but you're sleeping for 2 hours. I'm not disciplined. You're sleeping for 2 hours. Doing what? Watching a movie, hanging out with friends. Okay, so you sort of want to arrange your life in a way that is self-loving, because you're putting things that are, important to you first. Even Jesus said, love your neighbor after you've loved yourself. As you love yourself.
Yes.
Put yourself first.
Great. Listening to what you've said, and those were such powerful pointers, is that we could be disciplined, but disciplined in all the wrong things. So you might just be a busybody, not putting in the work where it's supposed to go into, but you're putting all your energies just doing a lot of nothing, just being a busybody. I'm running, I'm doing this, but you're not focusing on one thing and making sure that you're seeing it to the end.
That's true. You have the distinction, the mindset of making the choice of what's important to me, what is important to you, and then prioritize that. You want to understand yourself, because there are people that live their lives for other people. They are drawn by the news, what is happening, not them making something happen. Okay, and that's what we call self-leadership. Self-discipline is about self-leadership. Are you able to make your dreams happen? Yeah. Or are you waiting for the news to know what to do? Are you waiting for other people, other people's opinion to tell you what you're capable of becoming? So some of us, like we said, we are busy doing things that are not essential. They are not really key to our destiny. They are not key to the person we are becoming. And so we get distracted, we get carried away. I dare say this, most of us are busy. Most of us, in fact, all of us are busy. The question is, with what? There are people that are busy with nothing. That's still being busy. Ask them, okay, and you can tell with your conversation, what are you up to? What are you up to? Nothing. It's because that is what you're busy with. And another thing that comes to mind, Mwikali, is that when you want to do something, and it's something that means a lot to you, do not overthink it. Don't overthink. In fact, there's what we call the 5 second or even 3 seconds rule. If you want to do something, you want to wake up, you want to, go and exercise, just count 1 to 3. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Move. When we wait, you actually take yourself back and you get into this backsliding, procrastination mindset where you're always hesitating because you don't believe in yourself. But when you take the 3 second rule, you begin to believe in yourself. You say, oh, I did it. You just do it. So look at today.
Okay.
What are the 2 or 3 things you've procrastinated, or you told yourself, I'm going to do this one day? I want you to begin. Just count 1, 2, 3, make the call. Call the person, whoever needs you need to take the action. Don't overthink about what would they think, how would they look at me, how do I, yesterday I was just talking to my client, about one of the actions he needed to take. And he felt a little bit afraid. And I told him, just count 1, 2, 3, do it. And he did something that he has been trying to do for years, something he has procrastinated, convinced himself, talked himself out of for years. And he was so shocked that on the other hand, he got a positive response. You don't know. How do you know till you try? How do you know before you try? You have to try for you to know. So just do it. 1, 2, 3, let's go. 1, 2, 3, let's go to the gym. 1, 2, 3, approach the girl. 1, 2, 3, say yes. 1, 2, 3, start the business. 1, 2, 3, do it. But this overthinking or waiting for permission from other people, because that's what we do. We wait for other people to give us permission. You will never live your life. Yeah.
Because it doesn't come from you. And we do that a lot, Jeff. You'll want to, let me consult mom, let me consult dad, let me consult my best friend, because I want to hear what their opinion is on this. And they're on a different path from yours. You're walking a different path. You have different goals. And the moment you start seeing and understanding that your path is different, then you will start doing things differently. But when you talk to people around you and they do not see the vision, then they will not see where you're going, and they will advise you according to how they understand or what their fears are.
That's true. They'll just project their fears on you.
Yeah.
And so, like we say, self-lead. And either way, we are about doing, but I'm conscious of the fact you're going to face and resistance, opposition. Those things are there. Don't focus on those things. Sometimes when you focus, when you look for something, you're going to find it. This is again a mindset. There are people who always look for what's missing. They look for what's opposing them. They look at their enemies and they find it. And it's not that the people pursue their dreams, it's not that they don't have these enemies, it's that they don't focus on them. That's not their priority. And so they are focusing on their dreams so much, they don't have time for enemies. They don't have time for gossip. They don't have time for small talk about, oh, this, I've just seen this. And you want to be cautious of people that preach to you negativity, the opposition, and they look like they are helping you, but they are not. They are actually empowering the part of you that is resistant. Because all of us as human beings, we have the part of us that is the warrior, that wants to conquer the world, that believes in ourselves. But also we have that part of us that is questioning things, that is self-critical, that is questioning ourselves. It's not that some of us don't have that part of us that is negative, it's that we don't listen to it. We don't give it permission to drive our lives. Question is, which part of you are you allowing to drive your life? Okay. Is it the weak part or the strong part? It's not that we are stronger than other people. No, it's that we have allowed and given permission to the part of us that is strong, the part of us that says no to critics and no to self, the inner critic, and just goes for it. And the more you feed that part, the less you empower the weaker part of you, the negative part of you. You know, Martin Luther King said, in every one of us, there are two dogs. Okay. One is a white dog, the other one is a black dog, you know. And the white dog is the one that, you know, you feed the nice things, and black dog you feed is the negativity. I don't know why they say that, but he says, this is what I like about his comment. He says that the dog that wins is the dog that you feed. Which one are you feeding? Okay. Are you feeding your positive side or are you feeding your negative side? There are people that are so negative, they walk into a relationship, walk into a room, and darkness begins to develop. You want to equip yourself, protect yourself in a way that such people don't penetrate you. You're not living your life by their standard. But you can only do that when you raise your own standard, declare your own standard, and stay true to your standard. What is your standard? Because you cannot say, no, I'm not lived by your standard. What's your standard? What's yours? Declare your standard, communicate your standard, and life will make way for you.
Absolutely. Jeff, thank you so much for this morning. Social media handles, your YouTube channel as well, as we say, Kwaheri.
You thank you, Mwikali. You can reach me on Breakthrough with Jeff on YouTube uh, today or any day. I'm looking forward to connect with you. God bless.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jeff. What is your standard? That's the question today. Are you leading yourself or are you being led by others? We're going to take a very short commercial break. We will be right back. This is Full Circle with Mwikali.